So, welcome Shivangi to this session. And I want to again say thanks to you for taking out time when there literally few weeks are remaining in from the best year of your life. One of the best years, let's just say, not the best year. I'm sure best is yet to come. So thanks for that. Why don't we just introduce yourself to everyone who is attending this session?
So hey guys, I'm Shivangi. 1 year before I was there in your position, and I'm very lucky enough to get into ISB. So a bit about me: I'm a metallurgical engineer from NIT Rourkela. After that, I was an operations manager at Tata Steel. So I was working there for around 5.5 years, and but I wanted to build on my functional expertise and broaden my industry. And also to learn a lot. I mean, learn a bit about to get a higher education so that I can get into better positions, and that's how I decided to pursue ISB. And luckily, while my preparations, I made Anshul. What was different about him was I had known few other friends who had interacted with other consultants, but they don't actually guide you or help you out. They'll just write your essays, and it does
Okay,
not mean anything.
we can skip that,
Okay.
Shivangi, because
Okay.
these people already know me. Uh,
Okay.
you can please talk about
Well,
yourself.
Here at ISB, this is my last few months, and yeah, then we can start with the M&A, and I can talk about more of ISB life on which direction people want to go.
I have one question, Shivangi, to you. You were in Tata Steel for almost 6 years. Okay, very
Yes,
good brand. Many people really can give up anything to work in Tata, and a kind of stable job, I would say, right?
yes.
Even then, you tried to apply to ISP when odds were not in your favor. Generally,
Hmm.
people like your profile, the first thing when they come to me, they say, "Oh, I have nothing, no spikes. I have nothing great going on in extracurricular. I have only worked in same companies. I have no very great promotions also to show. No extracurricular, crazy extracurricular, very big achievement, nothing. You were on the same field. You had done very good work at your own job, but beyond, I don't think there were extremely
Yes,
starry things to write about. First, GMAT, we don't talk about it, but it still did not go in the direction which we were expecting, right? You
yes,
still applied with full conviction, full preparation. You did not. Uh, I remember there was no way in the. Of course, there were few hurdles, and the hurdles were mostly related to GMAT. But in no way you were. Ever. It never came from your side that your profile is weak or you are underconfident on your own. Your doubts were that is my essay looking good or not. I remember that. Is it looking strong enough? Is it looking this or that? But you were never really underconfident about your profile. Absolutely never. And you ended up not cracking ISB, but I am Bangalore also. So,
mm,
what gave you that confidence that you are someone who deserves to be at the top B schools like ISB and I am Bangalore? Did you talk to other people? Did you see someone and thought that if he can or she can do that, even I can do that? Or what was your research done to get yourself to this level of confidence? That confidence strong enough to be able to apply? That I want to know.
uh,
There are some people like you, but then they have very higher GMAT. So they think that on the basis of their GMAT, they will be able to do. That is not the case with you as well. How did you have this conviction that you should go ahead and apply? And also, you're not even a
uh,
reapplicant. It was your first application, right?
yes.
So what? How
Uh,
did it happen?
so what happened was at Tata Steel, when we have spent, I mean, around 3 to 4 years. I mean, few people get into IIMs, but there is a whole lot of bunch at ISB. So for a fact, I knew that Tata Steel people, for the next thing to go for MBA is ISB.
Okay.
So first there, and while interacting with them, I also got to know, because ISB, you know, it promotes diversity. So for a fact that, knowing I come from a operation industry,
Right.
there are very few people still working in this manufacturing sector or come with this operation background. And second of all, I knew for a fact that I had gotten a promotion, first rep promotion. That was a being a
Yeah.
woman, in which there were only, I mean, I was a first in my division of around 2,000 people. So that gave me another edge that I do have this, and I do. And also, I'm lucky for people. I mean, my seniors at Tata Steel, they had exposed me to a whole lot of events. Like I was part of a ABP meet, ABP meet.
Yes.
They gave me this leadership skill for this leadership opportunity for driving this team for a China visit. So all these things,
Yes,
those
your
particular spikes in my job.
international exposure was very nicely highlighted in the essays, I remember. And that
Yes,
was the only major spike that you had, which could have turned heads around. And
yes,
it was
I think so.
very strong one, because it was actually something that you have done, not just for the sake of writing it in the resume or your essays. So, yes. Okay, please continue. Sorry to interrupt.
No, no. Regarding that, so I had a lot of spikes in my resume, and I was confident that once, I mean, I can convince people because they know why people like operations, coming from operations background, why do they need to be at ISB, and what they can contribute to that.
Right.
So I had a very holistic exposure, and that gave me the confidence. So I know that I will be competing with people with national level swimming champions or so on.
Yes.
Um, that and what else? Yeah, and while talking with you also, I had gotten a lot of examples before, and that gave me the confidence because you had a whole lot of those applicants, and that gave me the confidence.
Yes.
No, I should apply and I would get it.
Yes. Luckily, when you had contacted me, just last year only, I had a hordes of PSU people getting in. So
Yeah.
remember giving those examples to you. Okay. One thing I want to note, all of you guys, what Shivangi said, that she knew what someone with operations profile can get through ISP. And she also knew how she will be able to contribute to the cohort. Knowing these two things can be a game changer for your application or for your interview also. And you will be surprised. I'm saying it to all of you. Many people are not clear about it till 1 week before their interview. Till 1 week before their interview, because I'm talking specifically after this year's experience. They don't have this clarity. She already had this clarity, and this provides an edge. Please note, this can help anyone to get into ISB despite lower GMAT, lower GRE, or no spikes, or unidirectional career profile, or anything. If you have this clarity, it's important that you build this clarity as as early as you can.
So I had to
Perfect.
switch.
I can see your Mohali quad in the background.
Yes, it
It
is.
is, yeah, these are nicer rooms. Hyderabad has a bit shabbier because it is older, right? Uh, anyway, okay. Thanks for that, Shivangi. That's all I wanted to ask. Now, before I open the session to everyone, what tips you would want to give, general tips to people, because they are just starting. It's March 1 today. They have exactly 6 months. Most of them will be applying in September, right? They have exactly 6 months and maybe 10 days, 10 more days. What would you want to, general, what you want to, because they are yet to have their heartaches with GMAT. There will be, uh, you know, hurdles with GMAT and GRE preparation. There will be many hurdles with respect to their lack of clarity, with respect to their post MBA goals. And also, things are not going to be easy for these people for the next 6 months. So, any advice you would want to give as someone who just have been through the process?
Uh, First of all, get your GMAT and GRE done as quickly as possible, and give sufficient time to application, which
Yes.
also during my application stage, I remember Anshul saying that, and it was really worth it because here at ISB, they don't only look into GMAT scores. They also look into what diverse profile or what you bring into the table, because we believe in a diverse cohort because there are learnings. I mean, so what happens at ISB is that there is a peer-to-peer learning. So what happens exactly is at classes when the professors, you have to do mandatory class participation, as in you have to mandatorily give your points and your views. So you would be looking at one incident in a one viewpoint, but you would get to hear what others are thinking. And also when you're prepping for your placements, when you're doing this case prep, you will get to know soon about it. But being an operations field, I would solve the case a particular way. Being a finance person, that person would use a numbers to solve it in another way. So there are a lot of ways of thinking. So it literally opens up your mind, and that's why you need to focus on your application to show what diverse or what extra you're bringing onto the table. And third, be prepared for your interviews, because I've seen a lot of people,
Yeah.
they don't exactly have thought about why MBA, why what will you bring into the table, what would you do post MBA 5 years or 10 years down the lane, and all that, and that is very crucial. And that's why I would, yeah, that's the third point, getting prepped for the interview. And the fourth, if you get into, just chill for a moment, for a month, or so whatever time you get, because then it's going, this 1 year is gonna be a roller coaster, starting
Bad.
in
Beginning
the,
would be downwards roller coaster in the when you start.
yes, agree. Term one to three are the hell terms.
Oh God, don't remind me. I still get goosebumps when I think of those decision modeling and optimization courses where my
Madam,
section had all IITians. Oh, Fadamos. All IITians and everyone with numbers. And I'm sitting as a 24-year-old, freshly graduated dentist who has not seen much numbers except GMAT. And I'm just looking like this. "Ki, okay, what do I do? What is happening in my life?" But yeah, everything turns out to be good by the end. You learn, you ramp up, and you start rubbing shoulders with all the bigger people in your batch. And it just becomes easier with each passing day. Okay,
yeah,
great. We can reminisce about our ISB days later someday. Uh, but let's open the session for people here. Guys, you can ask anything you want to. Uh, and if you will not ask anything, we'll end the session. Both of us would be very happy. As you know, Shivangi is at ISB. I'm literally sitting in Himachal for my vacation, having Maggie. So if you do
that's
not ask the question, we will end the session and we will say thanks to Shivangi. So please, it's an AMA session. Please unmute and ask anything you want to. There is no silly question. At this stage, there is absolutely no silly questions when you are just
and
starting.
guys, iterate to what Anshul said before, you have to open your mic and you have to open your camera and you have to get into
Yes.
practice if you want to get into ISB, because
Yes.
ISB, it's mandatory to do that.
Mandatory also, plus whatever inhibitions you have about talking, all things need to go before you join a tier one MBA
Yeah.
school, because ISB is not only about classroom learning, it is all about what kind of network you build with people, right? And for that, you need to let go of any inhibition you have. Anyway, I have talked enough. Guys, you can directly unmute and start asking, or you can raise your hand. I will call you out, and then you can, you know, we can take it ahead from there. We'll wait for 2 minutes and let's see who has any question. Otherwise, we will. I would be very happy to end the session.
Hi, I had a
Hi,
quick
Adit.
question.
Yeah,
Hi,
Adit.
hi Shivangi. Hi, Anshul.
Aditya.
So the thing is, I have a first master's degree before I'm applying to ISB. Would that be seen as, I mean, I'm very clear about what I want from this MBA, what I can bring to the cohort, and also what my post MBA goals are. So I currently work in finance. I've done a master's in finance, and it's been like almost 5 years, and then I'm applying for an MBA now. So it's like almost 7 years of experience in total. So I want to pivot to consulting, preferably work in like, these private equity related consulting assignments within MBB. That's my post MBA goal. So would that be like having a first master's degree and then pivoting to consulting, would that be seen as, let's say, something that's unclear? I mean, in an interview context, I can articulate better, but would a first master's degree be seen as something of a negative within the application itself?
No, it would not. Because
Okay.
what happens is, consulting people, they need a bunch of freshers also, but they
Okay.
need a bunch of expertise. And you coming with this master's degree adds to that. Get
Okay.
having that expertise. I mean, they would obviously love, I mean, ISB and MBBS would obviously love you, and they might be giving you scholarships also because you have
Yeah.
masters. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that you
Yeah, I
would,
don't
but
have
yeah.
a GMAT yet, so
No, I'm talking
yeah.
about that because you have a diverse, you bring into, I mean, there are very few people, especially coming from finance background. And
Mm.
again, adding to that, you're having a master's degree and all, it would be a brownie point only. I mean, there would not be any issues for sure.
Yeah.
And for ISB interviews, you need to stitch that story
Yeah.
properly, as in why
Mm.
you joined masters and now why you want to shift into consulting.
Yeah.
Unless until that story is stitched, you're good to go.
Okay.
Okay, I will add
And
to that whatever Shivangi said, 100% aligned with her. Just want to give you two examples, Aditya, which I had already given you I think the last time we talked. One was Shruti Rao, class of 2024. She not only had a master, she had actually had an MBA from Mika. And
okay.
class of 2026, Shivangi's classmate, Hiral. Hiral is in Hyderabad campus. Shivangi might not know her personally. Hiral was not an MBA, but she had a full-fledged, full-time master's in economics before
Yeah.
she applied.
Yeah, I
But yeah,
remember
why do you
seeing a
want to do
session.
this?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
why do you want to do this? That story should be crystal clear and
Okay.
convincing enough.
Yeah. Sure.
Why
And
you
Thanks.
do
and
this?
you
What
get
prep?
extra one more thing. You get extra marks for masters in your ACATS. This is confirmed by ADCOM, as Shivangi just
Okay.
said. Yeah, Shivangi, sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
No, just adding to that only. Why do you want to do that? What will you bring to the table, and how will it benefit the company going forward?
Mhm.
That's the
Okay.
most crucial elements to join.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Second.
Yeah, Zinia, you had raised your hand. Zinni or Zinia, I don't know what.
Yeah, hi. Hi,
Hello.
Anshul. Hi, Shivangi. Thanks for
Hello.
taking this session with us. So, I want to ask you one thing. Before joining ISB, did you have a certain area in your mind that at which position would you certainly want to work at? Uh, it may be a company or it may be a position. And I want to ask basically how did you work towards it throughout the whole year?
Okay. So for me, I was very sure that I want because I've been there in operations for so long. Finance was not something. I mean, I was not that much interested in finance. Marketing, yes, I would have. So what I did was while at here, I first of all curriculums I usually focused on operations and marketing courses, yes, and I ensured because I need if I want to shift into marketing, it is a very hard thing to crack, but even so, I focused on cracking case comms. So for me, I was fortunate enough. I had a good team, and I got into two national level case comms. So that helped me to build credibility and also that helped me in my resume preparation because when the companies actually came for this placements, I didn't exactly for marketing because there are very few marketing companies which come to ISB. I mean, there are very few marketing roles. It's whole lot of consulting, genman, and ops and finance. So at least it helped me to get a better roles in. I mean, get a better shortlist for interviews at companies like Zomato, Swiggy, Flipkart. So, building those credibilities are not only curriculums, because curriculums everyone would focus into. You need to build some other, either you need to take up some projects with some professors, or you need to focus onto case comms and all that, so that, you get to at least get a shortlist into these companies.
Okay. And what about electives? Do you choose such electives
Yes.
that you want to work in those areas?
Yeah, it's preferable. You can go two ways. Either you can have a specialization in mind, which I went into. I focused into operations and marketing, and I selected those electives. But also, I mean, a lot of people do that. Half of the cohort also does that. They don't select any specialization. They just look into the subjects and they pick up the subjects because you have come here for learning. You
Hmm.
can easily, you're interested in some other topic, maybe ye term mein this marketing course is not that good and some entrepreneurship course is good, you may select that, so you can go either way, that's your choice.
Thank you so much.
What caught my attention, Shivangi, that you got marketing shortlist even after having operations profile.
um Only two, not exactly, it was a
Even
combination of marketing
two is
operation,
a big number. It's not easy
but
to
that
do
was
that
through
at
my
ICE.
case comp only.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Everything that pivoting is can be done if you do something before your placement to add those keywords in your profile. For you, it helped because you won some case competition. Those keywords got added in your resume. Had you had really worked diligently, maybe you would have converted also. Maybe your preference was to stay within your comfortable, uh, you know.
Not exactly.
But
That is a whole lot of story again.
okay, okay, okay. If you don't want to get there, it's fine. Totally, I totally get it. But I am very, very happy where you are joining. I mean, it is kind of a dream come true for many people, and Like, I'm sure you will do great there. Okay. Yes, Nikitesh.
Yeah. Hi Anshul. Hi Shivangi.
Hello.
So yeah, my question was that I have heard that ISB penalizes the profile which has less than 3 years of work, like having the experience between 2 to 3 years, less than 3 years. And especially if you are from a overrepresented pool like software developer, then it becomes more difficult to like get in. So according to you, how can one tackle this situation?
For one thing, in our like till my time, there was no such penalty, and especially you are in that sweet spot. 3 to 4 years is a sweet spot of joining into ISP.
No, I have less than three,
Less
just
than three.
2.5.
This
Yeah.
is a bit, I mean, Anshul might know a bit more about it. Now we have started PGP while, which is, I mean, you may compete with them. So I don't know how the exact cannibalization works here, but that is something which we will see this year, how this unfolds this year. So maybe we can better, I mean, Anshul may know the facts here because a new batch is yet to come.
Yeah, so penalize as in they get low marks for work experience quantity parameter. That's it. It's not penalized in some overall way. Many people get in with less than 3 years of work. Shivangi, I'm sure you
Yeah.
saw many people in your batch
Till
also.
our time, yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah. It will be in future also. Class of 2027 also, many people got in. Many of them are software engineers also. It's just that if you're getting less in one parameter, you work hard for other parameters, which are in your hands. That's all, right?
And just adding to that, we talked about these parameters is one is work ex, one is your education, and the second is your extracurriculars.
Right.
Uh, Anshul actually builds us, thinking into this direction since your application, and it is really
Yes.
helpful during your interviews also, during your
Yes.
placements also. Your CV is divided into those three. I mean, when this BCG people they come for the pre-placement talks, and BCG alums usually come into. And before they talked into this, I guess we faith career alums were clearly knowing this criteria.
उतना वो Excel sheet exercise करवा करवा के I
Yes.
made you guys. You'll be surprised. Some people from your batch and your senior batch also asked for my help during placement. It's like we want to do those behavioral questions again. I said no. Once you have an admit, you have to leave my hand. You are all alone. I am not doing anything. My all my time is to help other applicants now. But yeah. Uh, Guys, again, point to note, your application and interview preparation is not done separately. Your application
Yes.
build-up is a part of your interview preparation. The earlier you understand it, the better. Trust me. Do not listen to people who say random things on internet. These are all, it's a holistic preparation. Your interview preparation starts from the day you start writing your application automatically because application is written with the lens of interview.
Hmm.
Always remember this. Okay. Uh, Enough of my gyan. Yes, my namesake Anshul. You have just given your interview. Why are you here?
I just wanted to ask on ISB
Okay.
question.
Yeah, but why not?
So
You will hopefully join soon.
yeah,
Your interview went in a good direction. I read the excerpt. Generally, it's a good sign.
so my question is, I'm from a typical SD background, 2.8 years work ex, and I am not very like I'm a bit flexible about options post MBA, so I'm not like very specific about PM roles. Maybe consulting or finance excite me. So I'm planning to give CFA. Will it help me diversify my profile for those consulting or finance shortlists? Uh,
It's a general trend that the early on experience, like you have only 2.8 years of work ex, and you're trying to shift into it, and you've built the credibility by giving the CFA exams and all. Yes, you can shift into that.
Okay, so and like what other ways can like a person who's a SD do things like during ISB before the resume shortlist happen and like
Um,
even before, which can help me get an edge because shortlist typically happens based on what you have done before coming to ISB, right?
yes,
So
agree.
any input?
Um, first of all, have a very, very good CG, and it's very competitive here. So you need to have very good class participation and all this stuff, assignments and all properly done. So you need to have a very, very good CG, first of all, that. Second, for finance, you need to have the finance selectives and all. And
Yeah.
again, I would focus into case comps because they are the quickest way to gain credibility in such a short span of time. So like HUL Finance, I mean it's Finance or something. HUL Finance is a very good platform. Or you can search into different other case comms. If you have time, I mean a lot of case comms open from now also. You can get into those things also from now. And third, finance courses, yes. I mean, rest you can prepare only these three parts, right? You can prepare your education, your work ex, and your extracurriculars. So if you can show any three of, I mean, you can highlight. It's good to go.
I will add to
And
what Shivangi said. I'm totally aligned with her again. But again, you asked for two things, Anshul. One is finance, one is consulting. Both will work in different ways. Okay. So you need to be at least a bit choosy so that you can put more efforts in one direction. Otherwise, your efforts will be all over the place once you join. And trust me, the day you join, the chaos begins from the same night only.
yes,
11th, if all goes well, Anshul, you'll join on 11th. Okay. Registration will happen. By the time you'll reach your quad, your entire O-week schedule will be released. Okay. And
and
from
it's very
next day,
hectic.
trust me, there will be a hammer on your head. You will not get time to call home and to call your family that where are you. That hectic the O-week is, and the O-week ends and first term
Term
starts.
one starts.
Yes, and within 3 weeks, your first statistics quizzes happen. Okay, which will give you an indication कि कितने पानी में हो आप academically. So
Even a
by
19 out of 20 can make
yes,
you get a B.
B, B, yeah, 19 out of 20, your grade is B. Okay, so you will not get time to think. You will until unless you're a really sorted person. There are some saint kind of people who I met at ISB. They are really sorted. They amidst all the chaos, they were extremely bilkul. I'm sure Shivangi also met a few of them, or maybe Shivangi is one of
Yeah,
them. I
I have
don't know.
met. No, I'm not one of them. I have met few of them. I'm not one of
Okay.
them.
I think Mohit was one of them. Mohit sounded very
Yeah.
sorted to me, at least, right from the beginning. Anyway, so it's better that the moment you get an admit, immediately make a plan for yourself. It will always help. I did it. Thankfully, I had a mentor who was a very senior ISB alum and he was an IT Bombay alum also. He told me what to do. And he had clearly told me you are going to have a very bad time in the beginning because you are coming from such a different background and you will feel like an underdog there. But there are few things he told me to do and that helped me to remain on ground and literally got I literally got the job that I wanted. Same industry, same function. So if you want to do that, you need to put efforts. Let's just say it's consulting. Then, as Shivangi said, please just focus on getting grades till November. Your grade should be 3.8 plus, right? Shivangi, or
Till
3.9?
September. 3.8, 8 and above.
Achha, September is the shortlist time.
Yes,
Okay.
shortlist August, September, I guess.
So 3.8 means you will be in top 5 to 7% of the batch. Okay. Out of people who are
Top
already
20.
overachievers.
Yes.
So
one doubt there, like in September itself, we will have shortlist, and
yeah,
the interview happens like around December.
December,
Yes.
December,
I
early
mean, you would
December.
have the applications open. So whatever CG
Oh,
you would carry from that time would go.
so just initial 3-4 months we have to really push, and
Initial 3 terms.
three
3 to 4
terms.
terms. Yes.
Yeah. And all crazy subjects are in those terms only.
Yes. And
Okay.
I was talking about that only. I mean, for me, for marketing role, even though I got those two shortlists, but I needed to focus on my other shortlists, which were in consulting and operation, because they were easy for me to convert.
Just
So
justify also.
yes, justify also. And for that, I literally shifted my focus into that and not this. That's again, we can talk into when the time comes, and that's why. So it's
So
very difficult for to prepare at that time.
so what do we do, like between shortlist and interview? Like we will just know that we have these four options and we'll prepare for those
No,
Yes.
interviews, something like
I
that.
mean, you would be applying to companies. I mean, from August application starts and it will be there. I mean, just before interview dates also. I
Okay.
mean, just 1 week before, and you would get some shortlist. I mean, MBBs usually release their shortlist way back. I mean, from September or October, I remember. But the other companies, like all the good companies like Amazon, Flipkart, so on, they release it just before 1 week. So yes. I mean, there would be a lot of things ongoing also during that time. You'll have buddy rounds. You need to prepare for that, and
Hey,
there are a hell lot of things going.
buddy round is happening online, no, right?
Online. And MBBs and Alvarez Marshall, they come into campus also for buddy round 2 and 3.
Also, are
have
they
it
doing
in a
alum P2P? They're hooking you up with one
yes,
alum,
yes,
but they are doing
yes.
it online, right?
They're doing it online, and that is kind of a buddy round also.
They're kind of a buddy round, yeah. I stopped doing it because they stopped calling me to the campus. I'm not increasing my screen time. I did till class of 2022. Almost all marketing people I helped because there are only a handful at ISB who want to go to
Agreed.
marketing because they're like, no, it doesn't pay much. So they're like, okay, fine. They all end up going to consulting and PM. Anyway, okay. Anshul, was it clear?
Yeah. One small doubt. Where
Hmm.
does EYP fit here?
What
Like
is
E-
EYP? ELP.
experience EL. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
EL.
oh God. Did you tell EYP in the
No, no,
interview? Don't
no,
tell me.
no, no. I remembered ELP.
Okay. Yeah, ELP completely changed from Shivangi's batch. It was made compulsory. So, Shivangi, please do the honors. Tell them how it was.
Here from the month of May, we get to select our team, and then to get to select our project. And it starts from around May or June. June, say the project starts, and you have to do a compulsory mandatory immersion meeting with the client at their site. So that's one, and it ends in January. So you
Who
have a
was your
whole month.
client, if I might ask?
Honeywell, Honeywell
Nice. You got,
Space Tech.
which
Yes,
eventually must have become a pointer in your resume also, right?
yes, yes.
And do they pay? Do they pay for this?
No,
Okay.
They
they pay
pay to the
ISB
college.
to
They pay to
get us.
college. College makes money,
Yes,
and you work like a bonded labor.
unpaid intern.
Yeah,
Unpaid
you have
intern.
unpaid intern, bonded labor because they will treat you like an employee. कि ये भी करके दो, वो भी करके दो, ये presentation चाहिए. It is irrelevant to them that your placements are going on, your exams are going on. You might be having something, but you have to be there.
That
It
also depends on client to client.
Yes.
Thoda.
Was your client very nice?
No, our client for end terms, he was not very, I mean, he was like, I'll also take an exam and all. But for placements, he was relaxed.
They wanted an exam.
I mean, we said na ki we have end term exams in 2 days.
Okay.
So can
Okay.
we postpone this meeting? We just had it one day before. So he said, no, no, if you are not taking it seriously, then I'll also take an end term exam and all. He's just, scaring us.
Our client, I will not take the name. They invited one day all three of us for a proper presentation of our work in front of their investors. And
Oh, investors.
because they were a small startup, and I freaked out so
Okay.
badly because all of the presentations I was doing, the other two members in my team, one was a senior doctor and the other was a psychologist.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how they wanted one marketeer, one doctor, and one psychologist. They have properly mentioned. That's how we got selected because we went with such a team. There was hardly any psychologist in the batch. And, all of a sudden, I remember we had our placements 5 days after day one. And they're like, come to
It's very
the
hectic.
office. Yeah, I remember we were having sleepless night because we had to rearrange the decks from investors' point of view and then present them beforehand before we presented to the investors. So yeah, it's crazy. And ELP was a elective for us. Only 10% people used to
Yeah.
take elective during my time. Now all of you are doing it. It is compulsory. So I don't know how you guys manage, but yeah, it's a pain.
Agreed,
Um,
completely.
but it
There is
helps a
also,
lot. It helps a lot if you want to pivot your career towards something like, Anshul, as you say, let's just say you really want to get into finance. So take finance courses, as Shivangi said. As Shivangi said, try to win 2 or 3 finance case competitions, make really good friends with CFAs of your batch and उनके साथ group में घुस जाओ. Okay, so that you can win some of the competitions and take an ELP in finance. So your resume will become finance heavy,
Yeah.
which will help you to get a shortlist. Now it's up to you how you convert that shortlist.
And
and
also
also,
the ELP,
yeah.
ELP
ELP, yeah.
company can also give you the offer if they really like your work.
Yes, they give.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Mine
also, there
was
is
a poor
another
startup,
subject.
so it was never an option for me. But I have heard people getting an offer.
And also, there is another subject, DTME. So there, I mean, this time it was not there in Hyderabad. This was there in Mohali. So
Okay.
DTME is a subject. It is same. You can say same as ELP, and it gives you the opportunity to work with different firms. So I was working with Accenture.
DTME, can you share the full form on my WhatsApp later? It will be
Sure.
helpful for applications next year
Okay,
because
sure.
no one told me this. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Charisma.
Hello. Hi,
Hello.
hi Shivangi. Thanks for doing this, first of all. Um, I have two questions. My first
Mhm.
question is I would love to know your interview experience coming from the 6 year in ops, and it is still on average a good number of years of work ex, and how you justified your post MBA goal as per your application.
So yes, I was thoroughly ragged in that. I mean, they were clearly asking me why MBA. So I stitched my story like having worked into operations. I clearly mentioned that I want to grow my functional expertise, but in different industry. Because when you stick to one industry, your mind starts getting narrowed. I mean, you just only interact with the same set of people. You have the same set of problems going through. So you don't build. I mean, you don't build your knowledge over the years. So I clearly mentioned that I wanted to pivot and I want to get into operation consulting. And I know for a fact that consulting firms, they do a lot of work with this manufacturing. So I did a thorough research. I mean, at that time with Tata Steel, Marshall was working. So, and also there was one senior. I had clearly researched a whole lot on LinkedIn. I mean, I found a senior who was there in my department, and then he shifted into ISB and then into some consulting firms, and now he's a director at Albrecht Marshall. So, this anecdotes, it's not only what you say, you need to give examples and to prove your points. So I laid down the fact that see, I also did that, and while researching I found the senior and I named him, and then I said that now he's a director at Alvarez Marshall. So he grew his industry expertise, and I want to do the same. And that's how you build, and they thoroughly rag you, and why this, why not. And if you say a lie, they might cut up with you very fast. So you need to be very well prepared on what story you have in your mind. So that helps.
Okay, okay,
People who
great.
have just started attending such sessions with alums, uh, people like Charisma and a few of them, you will slowly start seeing a pattern among all admits. And that pattern is connecting to alums, getting full clarity on what exactly they want to do post MBA, and then quoting such conversation in the interview.
Hmm.
Everyone, almost everyone has done it. Sayantani, Shivangi, Shivani in the last session also she said the same. So there is a pattern, and please note these patterns carefully, all of you.
Okay, thank you for that. My
And
second question,
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
no, you
Mm,
continue.
yeah. It's more on a lighter note. Anshul mentioned that you were on a trek when the admit you got back home and you saw. So I was interested in the trek part. Is this something you added in your extracurricular? Because I personally also trek a lot. Did you use that in your interview to
Yes,
showcase,
you should.
how you are a good fit? Yeah.
Yeah, you should, because Trek teaches you a lot. It teaches you to be resilient even when times are hard. There will be times when you want to give up. This is a hard trek and I want to give up, but you still do that. And it is very noteworthy to mention that in a resume, not only at ISB. If you get into ISB, then into your placement resume too. Because extracurriculars, you're competing with people coming. With I have one of my peers who was in she was a TT level national level TT player and tennis player also. And we have another, frisbee. I mean, a lot of these people may not know. Now, frisbee is a national sport.
No,
I mean, ISB
yeah,
sport.
yeah. They people who have done research on ISB, they know frisbee. What is the
Okay,
status of frisbee at ISB?
so a lot of thought that frisbee is only throwing games. No, it's just like rugby and some different kind. I mean, rugby and frisbee combination. So there is a friend of mine who is a national level frisbee player. So you're competing with those and having those trekking experience. You need to build on that. And what all trekking have you done till now? With which because a lot of our alums are also interested in trekking and all. So they might ask you deeper questions on which company were you associated with, what did you learn, how was your experience, how was the trekking and all, what did you learn, what all things you can apply into MBA. I mean, hell lot of questions can come out of that. So yes, you should mention.
Talking about trekking, there was one guy from Shivangi's senior batch. He was also from Bangalore, Charisma. His name is Charan. I don't know if you attended the call with him or not. We did the call
No.
last year. I
Okay.
don't think you are a part of the community.
Yeah.
I will show his essays to you. We nicely
Yes.
highlighted trekking in essay one. We almost gave it 50 words out of 400,
Wow. Okay.
describing his Khir Ganga trek and all, which is where I am right now. But
Okay.
I decided not to go for the trek and just chill because I was anyway too tired. But we highlighted those things in his essay one. Of course, his essay one topic was different, but it was still topic was more on personal lines, highlighting some personal stuff. So we did that. So if it fits in the picture and the story and the narrative we are trying to build, it
Yeah.
must be highlighted,
Okay.
right?
Got it. Thank you. Yeah.
And before moving forward, there was another thing I had in my mind. Someone was asking about how do you build credibility for pivoting. So if you have some time over now, I mean, not for the applicants who are entering this year, for the next year applicants, if you have time, like one of my friend did it for going into London Business School. So she got an early admit, and what she did was she resigned from the company and worked in a separate intern kind of unpaid. Let it be unpaid also, but if you at least work there for 3 months or 4 months, that is also enough. I mean, that would suffice you to give, the credibility that you want to pivot, and that's why you have moved into this kind of job early on. It may be in a small company, does not matter, but it can do that if you have time.
One more thing, this privilege is only available to R1 admits because
Yes.
they will get an admit by November. They will have December, January, February, March, 3.5 months to figure out what they want to do in these many months to pivot, to get something extra in their
Hmm.
resume. And this can completely change the course of your
Yes,
post MBA.
actually.
So, guys who are present here, if you really are very, very serious about your career, please put your heart, mind, and soul and apply in round one. Don't do round two or round three. It will be chaos. Please,
And you get this opportunity also. This is
yes.
very difficult to get.
I'll tell you about myself. I did not have 3 months. I had 1 year because I was an early entry option admit, which means I knew exactly 1 year in advance what to do. What did I do? Apart from my job, I founded another private limited, which was specifically focused on helping people get into ISP and all. So many of my mentees ended up becoming my batchmates when I joined. That is number one. I took a certificate course in business analytics. This was just to prove my future recruiters
Hmm.
that even though I come from a medical background, I know some data and everything. And I had prepared myself before coming to ISP. I can work with numbers. And just to improve my extracurricular skills, I already was an A2 in Spanish. I took a 6 months course in the first level of Japanese from Bangalore, and I just cleared its international exam just before leaving for ISB. I do not know how many things helped me eventually in my resume, but all 3 points were added in my resume. And it was much more important for me because I went to ISB with less than 3 years of work ex. So it was important for me to have these pointers. You also will be able to do all these things if you apply in round one and get that 4 months of buffer. Lot can be done in 4 months. I'm Shivangi, thanks a lot you raised this point. I'd completely forgotten about it. That this
Even I
can
had
also
completely
be a game.
forgotten how to.
This can be a game changer. You can literally leave your job and decide to do something very crazy, maybe small Instagram business. You're
Huh.
really passionate about something. I know someone, not my mentee, but I know someone who started an art page on Instagram. Within 2, 3 months, she was selling 40, 50 pieces per month and she
I
wrote in her resume. She became a founder. What is a resume? What else you want?
Even my friend has that here. She has an art page, and she has a I mean, she's a viral influencer. Even there is another. There are two friends actually. Who I mean, there are two girls. They were friends before, and they had opened up a fashion shop. I mean, fashion startup or something. And now they opened the stall in Equinox also. I mean, it's good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Equinox is going on, right? Today or tomorrow?
Oh, it's over. It's over.
Oh, it's over.
That
Thank
those were
God.
the 2 days. Yes.
Yeah, I saw on Instagram. You people are making a lot of reels on
Yeah.
ISB. I think ISB EDU page or ISB admissions page. Both are now
Also
talking
both.
about Equinox. Yeah, yeah.
There
I
is an
think
Equinox ISB page also. No,
Ah,
that's also
sorry,
quite
sorry.
active.
Equinox ISB page. Yeah, yeah. Yes. How was it, by the way?
Amazing. It was
Amazing, right?
amazing to interact with
Who did you invite for the concert?
Raghav Chaitanya for, I mean, a lot of people don't know him, but his concert was really amazing. He has sang a lot of popular Bollywood songs also, like kya? Ulja Ji or something. And there are a lot of songs of him. And there
Okay,
was another Yellow Diaries ka band.
okay.
It
Did
was
you meet,
amazing.
did you get to chance to network with alums? Senior alums must have come, right?
Yes. and a lot of alums. I connected with Munindra. He came, so I potted with
Oh,
him.
faith
Yes.
career ये हो गया, alum meet हो गया.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So and a
Munindra
lot of
came.
other people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Munindra, to you should meet. He's from your same domain, na? Operations,
I
hardcore
connected
operations
with
guy.
him after, I mean, he helped me a lot during my placements also. And even Kuldeep helped me a lot during my initial years, initial
Yes.
months.
In a way, you are also helping these people today, Shivangi. So that is something I ingrain in my mentees, that if I have helped you, you have helped, you have to help others. You have to give it forward. And this always helps you only eventually. Where is Kuldeep has joined, by the way? I do not know.
He has joined, I mean, he joined some startup, I think.
Okay. Munindra, though I know is Accenture strategy. He's
Yes.
sure he's rocking there. Always the best. One of the best people I've met through all this journey.
And he disturbed him from silly matters like which clubs to join and all, and he really helped me. He was very patient with me.
He is a gem of a guy, and he totally,
Yes.
and he has faced a lot of difficulties to go to ISB. It was not easy for him. Many
Yeah.
things, there were many things with him which was not easy, but I'm so glad that he not only went to ISB, got a POR, and eventually cracked consulting also, when everyone told him that you will not get consulting because of
He was
some
the
personal
first
reasons.
person to get placed in
He was the
IIM.
first person to get placed in your entire batch.
Yes.
Hyderabad, Mohali put together, he was the first
Put
person to
together,
get
yes.
placed. Literally,
I connected with him during OVIC. He was there in OVIC team now, so we connected
yes,
there also.
yes. Okay. Anything else?
There was
Otherwise,
one
it's
message.
yeah.
So I
Guys,
want to.
instead of putting message, you should directly ask, you know. But okay, if you have already read it, Shivangi, please go ahead.
Yeah, people with higher experiences do also have a very good chance of getting into ISP because they matter
Yes.
experience a lot. And for a fact, I have one of my batchmate, Suryank. He was there in railway department. I don't know exact
Indian
that
Railways.
JD is. Yeah, I do not know his exact JD, but he was there for around 8 years or so, and he really worked a lot in his CV and academics and all, and now he has gotten into EY GTS with a great salary. Sorry, housekeeping team has come through. Yes.
They are nicest people in the
Yes,
campus.
true. Sweetest. I mean, we mess a lot, and they are the ones to, make it like clean again and all. So
I just feel sorry for my birthday night at ISB because it went to another level, and I felt so bad calling them at 2:30 to clean my room, but they were all smiling and
yes,
sweetest people.
and they're
Anyway,
very
continue.
welcoming you in placement during placement time also. I mean, they were very
Yes.
sweet.
Half of the cigarette also they will keep back on your table. Okay, not propagating smoking here, but just sharing information. Okay, continue.
And what are the parts of application I must work on to get a sure shot admit? First is obviously GMAT score. Once done, application, you can focus on at least two of the three spikes. I mean, two of the three sections. You need to have a bit of spikes in at least two of the three sections. As in, you have academics, you have work experience, and you have extracurricular. So we need to show some or the other spike in each of the three, or at least in the two. That is sure. And you need to stitch your story properly, as in, why are you a good fit? Why do you want to join? What will you contribute? And what will you do after that? I mean, they track you through the different essays questions that they give. They track you from that also. So you need to have a very stitched story along this. And please try to avoid generic. अंशुल तो वो आपको बता ही देंगे on how to proceed and all.
Yeah, that I have given them enough gyan over all these months. We have been seriously talking about next year R1. I mean, this cycle R1 from quite a few weeks. So people are slowly, they are now in zone. I would say they know what to do, what not to do. Okay, very happy to tell you, upcoming batch already got 6 scholarships as well. Only in round 1.
Six.
Yes, 6.
That is also only 20 people also get into. No, this time.
Yes.
6 is a very good number.
6 people got scholarships, total 55 admits. And we are yet to
Round
hear
to
round
round तक
3.
तो आएगा.
नहीं, round 2 का रिजल्ट आ गया है. Round 3 का
पूरा
बचा हुआ है.
सारा.
हाँ, round 2, round 1 results आ
Oh,
गए.
okay.
So I'm sitting at 55 right now, 38 in round 1 and remaining in round 2, and hoping for 5 more in round 3, so it will make it 60.
When can we expect the round 3 admits?
For 14th, 15th March के आसपास आएगा.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? And guys, instead of putting in the DM, please unmute and ask questions. Yeah, let's make it interactive. Also, if you'll not do that, it's been 1 hour already. Both of us want to leave. Okay. I don't think there are any more queries. Shivangi, all the best for the.
Thank you.
You're going to join an amazing firm, and I think I shared you the number of that girl who is already there, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Did you connect with her?
No, I was there in Equinox, so
Yeah. Matlab, feel free to connect with her
हाँ,
because I have only heard good things about her. She also came to an info session just like you after she started working. So she only
oh,
had, yes, she only had good things to talk about the culture and everything. So very, very happy for you. Enjoy the remaining days as when you will still be carefree and not think about loans, EMIs, health insurance. Health insurance, तो चलो
want
30th के
this,
बाद. All boring
just
adult
want this
things.
months to get extended, and I want to
Yes.
get back into OVIC again. If a chance
Yes,
given, I would like to
but
go back into OVIC.
that's how life is. It has phases, and this is a beautiful phase of your life, and it will pass also. But again, corporate life, post MBA corporate life is hectic. I can't even say that everything will be so because when you are getting paid that much, a lot will be expected out of you, but it will lead to crazy personal growth. This I can say
Yes,
from my personal experience, and you would be very happy while seeing yourself how much you are going. Well, you will clearly see that in 5 years you grew this much personally in Tata Steel, but you will grow that much within 1 or 2 years in your post MBA role because of the nature of the
ISB also.
responsibilities.
At
ISB
ISB
also.
also, I mean, we had growth, rapid accelerated growth. I could not believe that we
Yes.
can do so much things in one day.
Yes.
I
Yes.
and I never believed that we could perform a dance by just practicing for 2 hours. That is
Yeah.
what I mean. Even non-dancers danced on
Yes.
the stage for the section war just with
Yes.
two hours of practice, and I'm not exaggerating it. So
You
this is
will
the
be
confidence that
biggest surprise ISB throws at you that how much can be done in 24 hours.
yes. I
How
mean,
much
we
can be done?
prepared a whole speech in just 1 hour, half an hour.
Yes.
So we
So
have
you will immediately start feeling a lot good about yourself and your own capabilities. And that is something that is going to stay with you. And that is the reason ISB alums do always do better good in life, not because they are supremely talented or have higher IQ than others. Absolutely not. It's just that because ISB trains you to give your superlative performance in the same period of time. And that's how you became better than others in whatever you do. Okay, great. Thank you again, Shivangi. Have a great time. If you end up coming to Hyderabad ever, please let me know. I'd love to catch
sure,
with you.
sure.
Okay. Bye
Yes.
bye. And
Bye.
thank you again for doing this.
Thank you and all the best, guys. And really, I've never had a better opportunity to. I mean, for me at getting into ISB, I'm really grateful for Anshul. I mean, you would find the difference when you interact with the other friends, working with other consultants, and working with Anshul, because he is an ISB
Okay.
alum and he knows what's there to do, and he preps you not only for your application but also for your ISB days. That's crucial.
Thanks for that, Shivangi, and all the best again. And thank you.